Hello, and here we are again at the Big Plant Nursery, surrounded by all these lovely summer flowering plants. One plant that everybody knows is lavender. So we thought we'd do a little guide for you today on a few different types of lavender and how to look after them. So we do get a lot of questions about how to sort of long-term care for them and everything else. So just a quick look at a few of the varieties. This is the most classic one. This kind of lovely purpley flowers, usually a slightly silvery foliage. The foliage colour depends on the amount of light and water that they get. So you've got a couple of options here. You've got Hidcote, which is quite a well-known one. That's a slightly more compact variety, very dark purple flowers. And here we have Havana, which is very similar, slightly more open habit. Over here we've got a few special ones. So this is a Lavender Platinum Blonde. It's a hybrid, and the new growth is actually a slightly variegated golden colour, and it has sort of almost a pale lilac-y coloured flower. So that's something a bit different. You don't see those very often. You do get the normal lavender angustifolia with white flowers. Unfortunately, we don't have any of those in at the moment, but they are absolutely stunning. One of my favourites. So we've got more of the Hidcotes. We've got all sorts of sizes here as well, from really big ones down to the sort of 2 and 3 litre sizes. And we've got over here some of the French lavenders, covered in bees. Bees are loving these at the moment. So the French lavender, the Stochas ones, are the ones with the little almost like bunny ears, they're considered. And we've got a few colours of those as well. Now the thing to note about the French lavenders is they're not as hardy as the English lavender, the Lavender angustifolia. So if you do have those, just make sure you put them in pots or in a slightly sheltered position. They might just need a little bit of extra protection over winter, but they're still stunning, superb for the bees, beautiful scent. So the big question is, how do I look after them? Well, lavenders do need ideally full sun, or at least sun for most of the day. They can cope with a partial shade, but as much sun as you can give them in a well-drained soil. Now you don't want the soil to dry out completely, but if you let them dry out a little bit between waterings, you don't want them to sit wet. That's one thing a lot of people have problems with in pots. If you water them too much, they will struggle. They are a sunny, dry plant. Great for drought tolerance if you're going to be away for a bit, or pots in a sunny position, anything like that, superb option. The other thing we get asked is, how do I stop them going leggy and woody? Now the trick to this is a bit of bravery. Once they finish flowering, cut the flowers off, let them kind of do as much as they can through to the end of summer. But then when they've finished flowering and you're happy with that, the trick is to cut them back quite hard. So if you take them down almost, you can go to about half, and some people would say go more, but half is a good, not too brave, but brave enough kind of level that you're not gonna feel like you're taking the entire plant out, but that will then encourage the new growth for next year, lots of flowers, and you won't get that woody big lavender that you quite often see. So it's all about being brave, cutting it back, and just make sure they're getting enough but not too much water. I hope that clears a few things up. If you've got any more questions, pop them in the comments or come down here and see us, and we're always happy to help. Bye.